Hey, and welcome to Nooch Pips. Quick hit, in-depth reviews of every character card in LEGO Star Wars Battles. On today's Nooch Pips, we're looking at the Clone Turbo Tank. The counterpart to the AT-AT on the dark side. We'll look at that for a minute, we'll compare them a little bit. But the Clone Turbo Tank is a strong tank that only attacks buildings. Only targets structures, not to be confused with a cloning tank, which only makes people. That's the best one so far. Very well done. Okay, so the clone tank is a big unit, big lumbering tank that rolls down on its treads down the field and goes after towers. Targets nothing else, shoots nothing else, just stands up to a lot of damage. You can see that the health is 1670, which is more than a legendary hero at that level 7. It does damage per second of 165, 2.9 speed, range 7. Let's go look at the AT-AT. It's a very comparable unit. You know, they're basically the same unit. The AT-AT does less damage, but does it faster. The range is the same. This one has more health, but it's at a higher level. So they're basically the same unit. Just the AT-AT fires faster with a little bit less damage. And that's the only difference between the two. The clone tank is really, from Nooch's experience, Nooch does enjoy using it. It's best used as a surprise if at all possible. You want to play the game, go through, and at some point, drop it on a tower when your opponent least suspects it and you have a little energy advantage and they have no way to defend it. Because there are several ways to defend. A BB-9 will stun it, battalion of battle droids will kill it. A lot of units can really take care of the Clone Turbo Tank, but if you surprise your opponent, that's the best way to go. So let's go in and watch some footage and see how Nooch is or was successful with the Clone Turbo Tank. Hello, Niebling. Hello, Niebling. Okay, so we're going in. We're on the Naboo. All right, look at those battle droid factories. Those will not stand up to a Clone Turbo Tank if we can get it there. But once there's 2 battle droid factories up, it's a little tougher to play against that because there's just constant action. It's tough to get a tower up. You can see that I got a little window there to get the tower up, and we're going to put the turbo tank in right away so we can show an example. All right, it's coming down here on the side. We got Luke against the Flamer. We stunned that tower. He's stunned. So that destroyer droid is actually a pretty good counter to the turbo tank, but it was a glancing blow. If our opponent, if Niebling had hit that turbo tank dead on, it would have pushed turbo tank straight backward, but he didn't, so we're okay. That turbo tank is now advancing on the TIE fighter, which is nice, but you can see that even just 2 battle droids can do pretty good damage against it, and then the seismic charge comes in and wipes out all the porgs. All right, a little bit of a reset. So we've got some stuff still going down that left side. Would imagine we're going to try and grab that middle tower at some point, but it's kind of tough with those battle droids constantly marching in on us. So we just bomb the factory. We're going to bomb the factory, clear it off. What are you going to do now, Niebling? So you're at an energy disadvantage because you just put a tower up, and we're up about 3 on you at the moment. The flame trooper's coming in, but the tower's going to wipe him out unless he's got a seismic charge, which he does not. And he put another tower up. Now that's interesting. We put BB-8 in. We're going to go with forward tower. There you go. Now we put the clone tank in. Clone tank against the particle beam is a tough move. So you got to execute it right because that particle beam will shred the clone tank. So, well, Nooch kind of thought we'd be looking at doing boomer balls there, but we actually came in with porgs. So maybe we were going to do the boomer balls and didn't have the opportunity. But we did get that tower down to almost bomber range there. Almost bomber range. So that clone turbo tank, you can see, even against a particle beam, can do enough damage to be effective if it's not defended properly. So dropping porgs on the other side, trying to draw out that seismic charge, which we do. And then we got there we go, the turbo tank with the boomer balls. The boomer balls hit the destroyer droid before he could stun the turbo tank. He takes out the tower. Now with 10 seconds left, we're going to be cruising to a victory. Well, maybe not cruising. He's got a bunch of units on our tower now, although we took out the second tower. So, yeah, he can have all the units on it that he wants. We're actually going to conserve that tower now. And that's how the clone turbo tank works. Yeah, hopefully that works for you. Take a look. Use it as a surprise. Use it as a long drive like Nooch did. And Nooch can demonstrate that because Nooch too good.